Hello. How we doing? Don't know why that's not there. There it is. Pops in. Hi. How are we? How are we all? Okie dokie. Well, hello Core, hello Growlithe, hello Nemo. Hi everybody. Blah. Just finished writing up session notes and about to go out for a late lunch with a friend. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. My doorbell just made a fool of me because guy came to drop off some like stuff for the shower, which we will hopefully be getting soon. And I was lucky in that I had come upstairs and was looking out my window because literally it had started stream, and I saw him out on the street walking back to his van, and I opened the window and was like, hey, wait, and he was like, ah, and then I came downstairs because he literally ran to be like, oh, I'm gonna be delivering this day. You're gonna be in? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be in all day. And I got there and I was like, oh, the doorbell must not have rang. It's a great time for the doorbell to not work. And I was being genuine, did not hear a doorbell ring. And he goes, ah, typical. I press the doorbell, it works. And he goes, ah, lying. And I was like, oh, I wasn't lying. I got embarrassed by my doorbell. I wasn't lying, the doorbell didn't ring. Squints. Anyway. We will be having our shower. Thanks everyone for helping with that. Right. So with this today, not a lot to do at all. So we may end up doing two things. I finished detailing these fur tufts. I did a bit of that last night. I know, working off stream. Imagine. So I just need to do these bits, and then we get this exported, put into Unity. Yay, Unity! And then from there we go to VR chat. How long that will all take, who knows? And then I can send some photos to the client, I suppose is the correct term, and also some photos for social media. Double check that they are happy with everything, and send it over to them. They said that they might need a bit of guidance, and I'm like, that's fine. I've guided many people in texture setup, so I can do it again. So that's the plan. And Vermintide later today. So there we are. So that's the plan. And I had a somewhat productive morning, which is nice. The magic of being neurospicy of, oh, I decided to hang out in a VC with some people, and even though I didn't talk much, I'm miraculously able to concentrate better on what I was doing. So my VODs are all up to date, which is nice. Got the VODs updated. Well, so yeah. Let's have a look. See. Many things happening. I haven't done my Duolingo today. I've started Duolingo. I don't remember if I told you guys this. I've started Duolingo. Okay, fluff layer. Tail poof. More stuff to just do on a daily basis. So yes. It's very weird to be in like a mental state of I need a break and also I have so much I want to do. It's weird feeling those things at the same time. Probably the need for a break though is probably just due to the fact that we haven't had a shower for like 2 weeks. So like going and borrowing other people's shower just like takes a lot out of the day and takes a lot out of me after a while of just it's probably just that. It's probably not that I actually need a break. It's just I need to be able to shower in my own home. What's happening here? No one wanted the spritzy. Poor little bird. Love phone's going off. Somebody's on their lunch break sending me memes. Many memes being sent to me. That's for later. Is it a Stongles? No, it's actually Carl's. Outed. It's actually Carl's. Although Stongles is messaging me, but Stongles is actually like just like messaging me, not just sending me memes. Funny when you get nicknames for your nicknames. Uh-oh, that looks kind of good, though. I thought now I'll be back later. Bye, bye, enjoy your food. Save me some. Cousin memeing heresy. You know, she just doesn't like to publicly meme. And that's my family. Something's upsetting the jackdaws. Okay. Hi, Nemo. This is very silly with the PNG tuber. Family chat is apparently consisting of my husband bullying my brother. Very funny to me. Like a blob on the lighting layer? What is that? What are you? Fascinating. What do you belong to? Yeah, you're definitely not part of this. You're not part of anything as far as I can tell. Why is there just like a blob there? That's weird. It's like not on any layer. seeing things. Literally turn off every layer and there's still nothing there. Why are you the way that you are? Okay, because there's nothing I can do about it. Well then, I should drink some tea. Ah. My contribution to the family chat is to respond with a GIF. That's all I get from me. I'm not active in the family chat at all. Not that kind of person. And I think my family get upset by that. They get upset and they're like, you don't talk to us. And I'm like, I don't have anything I want to talk about. I don't know. Okay, that's all of the symmetrical ones. This one. Well, let's get my chair a bit more comfy. Excuse me. You guys are very quiet today. You also don't have much to talk about. I got lost in the recesses of my mind. I can yap about lots, fair enough. I understand getting lost in the recesses of your mind. I imagine it's very large and there many memories, old gods and all that. Unknowable knowledge. By all means, if you're busy. I totally understand being busy. Bad dreams. Other than exploring the recesses of your mind, what are you up to? I get lost due to the lack of landmarks. That's fair. Saying I'm sorry for the nights. Interesting scene that's happening there. That's fascinating. That's probably no, interesting. Hmm. More mystery stuff appearing. Weird. I had one of my last real life long term friends be a massive jerk to me, but I'm trying a effort method of dealing it rather than to shut down. It's working pretty well because I have wonderful people around me and it helps a lot. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that you had someone turn into a jerk. Screw that. Screw them. Screw them. You don't need them. You got us. Is this email important? No, it's not. That's fine. Bleh. I only played a little of Hades 2. The mean that said the bisexuals have had their fun in the first Hades. Now the second game is the bisexuals' turn. Seems very accurate. I mean, it is about Greek myth, so you know, there's not a single straight person in Greek mythology. I thought this was well established. I'm kind of here. Hi, Core. Thank you for being kind of here. Still wiggle my head even though you guys can't see it. The moment the face tracker's off, it actually makes me realize how many habits that I've developed for the face tracker. Where I'm working does not like the fact I am listening. Understandable. Did my final voice lesson for a while. Oh, how did it go? How do you feel about it? Drink the tea. Really good, much improvement. Seems more natural when I use the voice, if nothing else. So that's the most important. It needs to be natural. You need to get to the stage where it doesn't feel like you're putting on a voice. Lahe. I'm not sure it's good, but it comes out as a natural sound. I'm sure it is good. It is good. I'll have to try this voice method the next time I talk to you. Nah, you're good. You're good. One thing is, while it's an easy voice to do, when I've got it, it's easy to fall into other habits. Oh. Yeah, like, this is the right way and easy, but I can forget and start putting on the wrong voice. Right, okay. Fair enough. The wrong voice is part of what got me where I needed to be. I had to do it wrong before you could do it right, sort of thing. Sorry, I just did the bad thing. I was picking at my face. Oh, that's a bad habit. Bleh. Scusi. Ugh. Good job stopping yourself. It's hard to break habits. Oh, I didn't. I didn't. I realized too late. Uh-oh. There's a dreepy. I'm not saying you shouldn't do what you're doing if it makes you happy, but to be honest, whatever voice you use is you. So at least me personally, don't care what voice you use. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Core. I think Nemo is doing it because they want to, rather than anything else. Well, oh, I'm being asked stuff. I shouldn't have put that GIF in the family chat because now people are messaging me and I'm not free. I'm supposed to be working. This will be part of the end goal, just a me voice with some practice thrown in to make me happy. I'm in the part of the training where it's no longer hard work kind of thing. Just remember to relax into my higher range. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, guys. This was my mistake. Mr. the Missile is dreepy. That's actually really funny. That's actually really funny. Get a little. I need to get like a dreepy and call it the Missile. Tell you what, I haven't played in ages. Unite. Unite's actually kind of fun. She just curls if she wants to have a game of Unite. But think of it this way: if I was dancing, the training was hard, but it made me more flexible. But now I have that flexibility. I don't want to hyperextend my movements all the time. Just let my movements flow naturally. That's a very good analogy. Damn. Okay. Excuse me. As long as you don't start speaking in Abyssal, I'm okay, because I cannot be asked to learn a second. Damn. See, I can, because as I said earlier, I've picked up Duolingo. Thank you, Stanji. I've drank all of my tea. There we go. Whoa, can my family stop messaging me now? I'm good. Okay. Promises we'll keep. Trying to get rid of the spiders. Ooh. That's a clip. Hang on, I'm gonna write this down. Clips that would make good shorts. Burning down the spider forest. Burning down the spider forest would make a good short. My voice will be a bit higher than my old voice, but won't feel or sound like I'm putting one on. Good. As we said, natural. As we weathered out the storm, keep me safe, keep me warm. Reminds me of a clip I saw a while back. He started speaking in a higher octave and then his natural voice because of his pronunciation, and now that he is older, kind of found his old voice. Who? Sorry? I don't know if I have a streamer voice. People like Curls would probably be able to say if I have a streamer voice. I don't feel like I put on a streamer voice, but maybe I do. I think I definitely, maybe I do at the start when I say hi. Where I'm like, hello. That's probably a bit of a streamer voice, but I feel like when I'm just talking naturally, I don't have a streamer voice. Random internet guy, when he was a child, he was made to speak lighter. Weird. The only thing is, my new voice feels even more natural than my first voice when I find it. Like, now I know all the things that were happening in my voice. I understand how much unnecessary effort my first voice was. Interesting. Interesting. The science behind speaking. alchemists. That one's done, that one's done. That one's done. That one's done. I think this is next, or are you also done? No, you're next. Gimme a man after midnight. Won't somebody help me come and dig up a grave? Everybody has a streaming voice. It's the voice you use when dealing with customers. No, definitely not. No. I've worked in retail, customer facing. I do not talk on stream the way I do when talking to a customer. Hard disagree. I suppose part of it is like you go through training when puberty takes your voice and beats it up in the back alley. Yep. You just do what you can without thinking too much about it. So yeah, the new one is easy and relaxing, but old habits die hard. Mm-hmm. That's true. Just wondering if I'm getting to the point where I need a new nib on my pen. I don't think I do just yet. I don't think we're quite there. How many nibs do I have? Come on. 2. Cool. Very handily, my tablet has a storage compartment in the back to keep nibs in. So that after the freaking, 12 months or however long it is after I need a new nib, and I'm like, oh, I forgot where I put them, they're in the tablet, which is quite helpful. It's very handy. It's a good little tablet. It's technically a wireless tablet, but I've never used it wireless. So the battery, I imagine the battery in it is probably not very good anymore because it's permanently connected to power. It has the capability of wireless, which was good for uni. I took it with me to university, and I would literally take it with me to classes. So, good little tablet. Had it for a long time. I don't want to do that on the scene. Decided I need to win the lottery? You and me both. Camera's rotated inside. There we go. For one thing, to put money in the blue, possibly less stinky, but possibly more stinky shower fund. I use soap! I do not approve of this bit! Ah, Veluza. An unfortunately very forgettable Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet, I think. Poor guy. I like the implication that the soap is what stops the wet dog smell, which is apparently totally a thing. I don't know. I've never owned a dog. I'm also not a dog. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not stinky. I'm not. Cries. I'm not stinky. My shower just broke. I still have ways to get clean, they're just a pain. Must be mine. Taking back, taking back the crown. We love you even if you were stinky. Thank you. I'm not stinky, but thank you. Talking away. I don't know what I'm to say, I'll say it anyway. Day's another day to find you. That one I think can be lowered actually, like quite a bit. A day or two. I said I want to win the lottery, but I don't want anything for myself. It would be easier to cut out the middleman and then just have the people I want to give money to win the lottery. Oh, you're so sweet. That's the same though, and I feel like a lot of people I know are also the same. Almost every single person I know has probably said to me at some point, if I won the lottery, I would give a lot of it to my friends and family, which is very sweet. And like, same. Twitch just had a kind of pop up thing to remind me about the new rewind function, so that's the thing. Yes, it just got rolled out. I don't fully know how it works. I also saw it for the first time today. Okay, I think this side is done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're not done. You're not done. You done? You're done. Oh, yeah, you're the middle one. So I got two, these two. It works like you think it would. Play with the progress bar at the bottom and go back wherever you want. Bring it to the end and the bar goes back to live. It works like a VOD. Okay, that's kind of neat. It's kind of neat, I suppose. It's useful for clipping, I guess. If someone's like, go back, if the streamer's like, oh, can someone go back and clip that? And then people in chat are like, oh, I couldn't because I was in the middle of a game. It's like, okay, well, someone in chat can rewind and go back and clip it. which I suppose is neat. Gives you like a wider window. Excuse me. Apparently it's only for subscribers. Interesting. Very wide window I can go to any part of today's stream. Really? That's interesting. I bet that was complex to implement. For it to, like, live update the length as the stream is going. Interesting. My hair is doing great anime spikies today. I've got like a strand of about, like an actual strand, so it's like, 6 or 7 hairs that is just like perfectly spiked and is just sticking out right in front of my eyes. And I'm like, yep, that's too short to go anywhere. And it's also somewhat ignoring gravity a little bit. Hello, Hope. I hope you had a good day. Oh yeah, in case both of you didn't know, I watched the latest patch notes video for VR chat. The face tracking webcam is coming out of VRC Plus. You will not have to buy VRC Plus to use that feature, which I imagine both of you are interested in. You could say it's defying gravity, yes. Yeah, if you go on YouTube, you can see the whole video. Apparently, that is a thing. I think they probably knew in their minds as much as they were like, oh, we want, we'll make this a VRC Plus feature because VRC Plus always like tests new things. But I think they knew in their mind of like, this is a feature for desktop users, and desktop users probably are not very likely, obviously YouTube being exceptions, to pay for VRC Plus if they are only in a desktop mode experience. Obviously, there are exceptions, but I'm sure you are ecstatic at the idea that you won't have to pay for it. They really bought you VRC Plus for a year! Oh, that's really sweet. That's really sweet, Nemo. That's really cute. I'm still here, like, are they gonna get age verification out of VRC Plus? Because I feel like if they did, it would get used more. It did it? I probably missed that one. No, I did. Oh, you did the age verification. Yeah, because you have the. Yeah, I did not. It did. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, age verification is a VRC plus feature. Yeah, but they said it was. They said it wasn't going to. It's very weird that VR Chat Plus is like pre. It's very weird that VR Chat's premium feature is also their like beta testing ground. You would think that they wouldn't do that, but yeah, they like implement new features to VRC Plus to like test them before they make it public. So I'm like, when are you going to make age verification public? Because I feel like there's a lot of users that would like age verification to be public. Beta access is a common incentive, I suppose. I suppose. Probably just me. Having VRC Plus is kind of its own age verification. You say that, but kids are a bit more tech savvy these days. It's probably not hard for a kid to just like grab a card and just be like, bloop bloop bloop. There you go. I've bought this thing now. I get more cute hope expressions and makes me slightly less likely to fly over there and kidnap them some money well spent. Aww. Aww. Sweet. I'm thinking of doing the age verification maybe. It's a weird one because it's not publicly available. I feel like I've not seen people using it, but the whole idea is that you can make instances that only allow age verified people in, but I feel like people aren't using them because not everybody has VRC Plus. I'm not saying you should do that anyway. I'm just saying I'm not a cop. Definitely not a cop. You sound like a cop. I'm not a cop. I'm going to put that on next now. Good job. Hey, Ace. How's it going? Sorry for going silent on our thing. Had real life things and commissions come up. That's on me. I probably should have messaged you. We continue in our own no rush. Okay, thank you. More useful if you're hanging out with randoms. Yeah, if you go to more public worlds, having the age verification is probably nicer. I haven't been public world hopping in a very long time. Kind of soon because I heard about the stuff going on. Yeah, yeah, it's fine. It's getting sorted. You can gift people VRC Plus. I'm not a cop. I'm not a cop. Speaking of the cop thing, yeah, I said I was going to put it on. Why does he have a gun? In the left leg. I'm gonna drink some water. Businessman. Is that all of the tufts? I'm upside down. Okay. I don't work here, but maybe I should. Hey, I don't work here. Also a catchy song. I don't want to dox myself too much. Too much though. Unsure how trustful these verification services are. I know that's always the thing. That's always it, isn't it? Which is the worst aspect of the UK Online Act. Yep, yep. Do you guys know about the latest one? It probably isn't global news. They're pushing for digital ID to be required to live and work in the UK, which is a whole can of worms with a lot of problems. It's not good. Oh, won't someone please think of the children? They say they delete it straight after, but that's not the first time I've heard that. Would people do that? Lie on the internet? Remember, kids, if you ever think the government wouldn't do that, oh yes, they would. I have a sudden craving for McDonald's chicken nuggets, which is weird because McDonald's chicken nuggets are nice. They're not great for you. Ours is a bit more chill at the moment, but things can change quickly, that's true. Thing is that Keir Starmer must know that he is not going to be staying in power for much longer. So it's a bold decision to just be like, oh, I'm not going to be here much longer, let's fuck it up even more. Like, bruh. Government trying not to do anything but their job. Impossible. Jesus. Lost the line. Given some of the news coming out of the UK, think of the children has very different meaning. Yikes, core, but also, yeah. Fucking yikes. Bonus with Australia stuff, you can go to New Zealand really easy. Of course, nothing to say New Zealand can go heck as well, but at least it's better odds. Oof. The issue here is that they can just push for it worldwide once it's implemented. Yep. There's like a bajillion problems with it. There's a bajillion problems with it. It's also like, as I one of the things I said to Spook yesterday when they were like, oh, they're like, trying to crack down on the illegal immigrants and all of this and all of that, and I was like, yeah, but the problem is that people who are already breaking the law are going to continue to break the law. So what is the point of trying to just implement this thing? Because they're just going to ignore it. They're already ignoring the law. Illegal immigrants just means immigrants that aren't rich, but that doesn't look so good when you say it out loud. Mm-hmm. Interestingly, I can't even access UK stuff sometimes, like I can't access the Minecraft server without the VPN. That's so weird. It's so weird. I hate it. It's just more ways of trying to control people. It's as simple as that. Sadly, there's what it often boils down to: rich government likes you. Rich government likes you. You poor, clearly a problem. Yeah, because that's the thing that a friend of mine pointed out. Of like, if you need digital ID on your digital ID on your phone, how do homeless people get jobs? A friend pointed this out. If someone is homeless on the street, the likelihood that they can get a phone is incredibly low. And then you're just going to make it, well, it's impossible for them to get a job because they don't own a phone, so how are they going to have a digital ID? So they just stay homeless? You going to fix the homelessness problem then? How about internet access? A few days ago, this official lottery administration basically banned the live streaming service of Amazon for a little time. Why the hell did they have access to block stuff? What the fuck? Why can they do that? Common requirement for getting government support around the world is to have a permanent address. Mm-hmm. You need to have an address, you need to have ID, you need to have a phone, apparently. You need to have an internet connection, apparently. If you did need a digital ID, it would make it easier to fuck off into the woods and forget about society. Imagine. God, imagine being self-sufficient in the woods. You know that that's illegal. Everything's illegal. It's upsetting to get me irate. You a cop? If it was illegal, I didn't say you shouldn't do it. Yes, those two things are not the same thing. Is it illegal? Yes. Also, find me first. Come find me, bitch. Do you want to? Here's a fun story for you guys. Do you guys want to know about what Birmingham Council has been dealing with the flags? You won't have heard this because this might not have even made national news, so it certainly won't have made global news. You want to hear about this? It doesn't affect anything, but it's just an example of how things are falling apart. I'm not a legal advisor, and you shouldn't take advice from me, but sometimes you need to throw bricks. The bricks lying in the street are free. You can take them. Who's going to stop you? But, yes. So, Birmingham Council has been fucked for a very long time because they lost a lawsuit because it was found out that they weren't paying women the same rates that they were paying men. So they got took to court and they lost the court case. And so they obviously had to pay to a bunch of women and everything. And it now means that Birmingham City Council is basically bankrupt. And the problem is that when your council is bankrupt, everything starts to fall apart because nothing can be paid for. So there's a big litter problem because rubbish is not being collected because they can't afford to pay the bin men, as an example. It is stupid. So the most this was a while ago as well. The most recent fun thing is that someone living in Birmingham thought, hey, how come places like, America and stuff are always flying their flags and being really patriotic? We should do that. We should take a little bit more pride. Let's start putting some flags up. So they got some England flags and they started hanging them up. Birmingham Council took them down and said, you can't do that. It's a hazard. Can't do that. And of course, the good old British public took offence. Then what do you mean I can't? What do you mean you can't? What? What do you mean I can't fly my flag? In my home country? What the hell do you mean? If I go walk down the road, there are flags on almost every available public surface. It's funny if it wasn't sad. The Birmingham Council are there going, no, you can't put up flags. No, we're going to have to. It's going to cost us money to take them all down. You can't do that. And it's like, maybe you should get your heads out from your own asses and not have, legal disputes that cost you millions of pounds for being shitheads. So that's a little bit of fun local news. A little bit of fun local news. That's just in the Birmingham area. There are a lot of news channels in Turkey, and only like 4 of them do actual news. Oof. They're the same, really, honestly. I feel like that's just the same. Okay, did I get everything? But yeah. This one needs it. Blah. Okay, I think that is all of them gradiented. Blah. And the reason I do stuff like that is so that, like, when you're looking at something on this angle, you can still see, like, the tip of the hair. It's not just disappearing. Things like that. Okay, I think that's done. So we're going to be exporting now. We'll say I have some hope for us because we have some good wins, like twice. A rich twit who wanted to do Oz version of some president spent more money than any party has ever spent on the election campaign, and both times he didn't win a single seat. Lol, get fucked. I noticed at a rather young age that Nor's new channels weren't here to inform you, they were here to sell you products. I noticed at a young age that at least with British news, they weren't here to inform you, they were here to make you worried. Because if you're saying that there are like advertisements in American news channels, British news channels don't have that. Okay, file, export textures. Nova Beast, create a new folder. Select that folder. Base color. It's just base color because we're not doing emission and there's no normal map on this. It's just base color. Export. You don't even watch the news, you have no idea about this. God. Okay, there is our export. Unity time. Also, when COVID was going, one of the rich twits said, well, you can't stop us going where we want because we have right to transit, so you have to let us ship our rubbish wherever we want. Because it is, in fact, our law that the government isn't supposed to restrict your right to go from one state to the next. What the fuck? I know this very common phrase was X thing might be bad for you, or find out after the break, and then it's like 3 breaks till they tell you, right? Yeah, that no, no, we don't tend to have that. No, I can't say that we do. It's certainly not on BBC because BBC doesn't have quote unquote ad breaks. It has breaks between programs, but the ads that show on there are essentially like ads for other BBC programs. The BBC doesn't run advertisements for products because the BBC is funded by the TV license. Because it's the British Broadcasting Corporation. It's probably why local independent news has gotten so popular in the last years. Probably, yeah. I think also our generation are naturally. I think growing up with the internet has taught us to be more suspicious, I think, as well, of like, we were always taught as kids growing up, don't believe everything you read on the internet, which weirdly enough they don't appear to be teaching kids anymore, go figure. But our generation were always taught, don't believe what you read on the internet, and I think that's now actually developed into we don't believe like just stuff we are told by people. If we're like, if we hear something, we're like, that sounds kind of fake. What's your source? And then they don't provide it, and you're like, no. Australia's edition doesn't like toffee nose twits as much as some other countries seem to. Make no mistake, rich people still get their way. Yeah, it's that case everywhere. The divide between the top, like 10% of society and the rest is getting bigger and bigger. The outside country, it's not safe, it's much worse out there. Like, that's an absolute nope. I don't think people live in fear that someone might kill you if they're in the bad mood outside here. No. No. More loading. It's less here than for some of the place for now. Things can always change. Things are changing, and they are not changing for the better. I'm going to go for 1,000 and 1,000 and 2k on the body, I think, for this. Okay, slot you in here. Slot you into there. Slot you into there. That one changes. I never put this on. Like that. There we go. This has got the lines on it from the material. They are looking a bit crunchy, actually. 2K. Yeah, there you go. That's a little less crunchy. It's a little less crunchy. Okay. Shading. Okay, removed decal. Interesting. Ambient occlusion for the hair provided. That even changed anything. Oh, it's in there. Fair. There's our outline. That's it, I'm packing a bag. Okay. That seems to have gone over to Unity. Alright. Let me take a screenshot of this. Okay. Gotten it into Unity and set up the material in go. Okay. Okay, autofix. Medium performance. Test. Do pH test. Capturing scene. I'll do test avatar. Build and test. Don't want to upload it. Yes, override that. Yes, lock the materials. If you hear of some Eldritch Force sitting on Europe, you will know why. Mm-hmm. It'll be the taco incident all over again. I don't want to know. Hey, Blue, have I say that you're an incredible person? I appreciate you. Me? Stop. You can't see me flailing because I'm locked to a 2D plane at the moment. I'll send you a video of the taco incident. Oh, okay. Your places allow me to find out and be who I actually am. Oh, that makes me so happy. You have no idea. It makes me so happy. I don't even know where to begin. Just because the thumbnail has like really confused me. Of you said the taco incident, and then you sent me a video that's called Taco Bell Fry Force, and the thumbnail appears to be an anime character of some kind. I'm very confused. I'm gonna have to watch this later, but I'm very confused. Avatar was built successfully. Cool. I've never had Taco Bell. And I probably never will. Because it's not my kind of food, really. Okay. I'm gonna start with desktop mode, and if it's fine in desktop mode, I'm gonna fish the headset out. Desktop mode. Oh, we have this. I forgot that this is here in the bottom corner of desktop mode. Because I do not have the webcam face tracking. Avatars. Test. I hate that they put it right at the bottom. If this is locked because I don't have VRC Plus, then put this at the bottom. Okay, there it is. Funny thing, what if I actually turn this on? I don't even know where the setting is. Okay. Huh. Oh, what do you know? That's not bad, actually. There you go. Because I don't have VRC Plus. Oh, it actually does the thing. Oh, okay, those beans are so dark. Those beans are so dark, though I think that's probably part of the lighting in this world. That's really far, considering how close my hand is to my face. That's holding that really far out. It can track your eye movement. Yeah, that's really impressive, actually. This version that I'm using doesn't actually have the. Can I? I bet I can't. No. So the goggles of the Nova Beast have a contact on them that if you put your hand and grab them, you can move them. But no, I can't physically get my hand to be close enough to it. I think. No, that's really weird. That's really weird. My hand is like literally resting on my cheek here, but it's just not. So that's kind of funny. Right. Oh, I don't think it does distance very well. That's okay. Anyway, that's not what I meant to be testing. Yeah, the hand tracking is actually really great. This isn't bad, actually. This isn't bad. This is not a bad experience for desktop users. Interesting. Makes me want to try the version of the Nova that has the proper face tracking. But anyway, The eyes look fine, at least. See, now I'm curious. What if I open this? I'll hide you. I'll duplicate you. Hide the original. This is a little thing that I would probably put in a little tutorial for them, because to put the eye on, you have to turn this blend shape on, then drag the eye, and then revert that. What if I build and test it with the face tracking? Right. I should probably move to the photo world to see if it looks any better there. So I should. Testing. Fishing? No, can't go fishing. Favorites. But this so long ago, it's so far down now. New instance, invite only. Yes, they added in a new thing where you can rewind the stream. Tell me what you're chasing, because the night will never give you what you want. Oh, this avatar is not built for this. That eye is that's so, like, oversensitive, Jesus. No, this avatar is not built for that. Is this finished? Yes. Okay, that doesn't feel like it made much of a difference. Doesn't work with the camera mode. Okay. There we go. Lighting's a bit better on this now. It doesn't do too bad. It doesn't do too bad. It must be tricky to make it work live. It seems pretty seamless. That's good. It's interesting that this mode the ears are down, but I suppose it's because it's not got anything to track. That was more just me being curious. Yeah, ears are up in this version. Okay, this shouldn't work. Oh, it works on the goggles. Okay. Yeah. Should probably turn that off. This is all fine and optional. Don't know why that's not doing anything. Weird. Seems fine. Okay. Turn that off. I should do this with camera. Photo camera. Da da da. There we go. I like that like smooth, that smoothing when it loses hand tracking. That smoothing. Okay. It seems good. So I think we're probably gonna load up VR to take photos of it, like properly. Because like I can sort of do that here, but it probably would do a better job in VR. Yeah, the paws are nowhere near as black here. It was just the lighting of the other world. Yeah. Really not sure about that. What are you? Okay, I did not lift a hand there. What are you tracking? What are you tracking that thinks you think that there was a hand over there? That was interesting. Ghosts. I had this problem before when I tried using hand tracking with Warudo. Which I do kind of miss, but I turned it off because I was worried it was using too much processing. But to be fair, that was probably just also substance. Okay. What do you have? Put that down. Hello. Hello. Hello, person in car. Okay. Alright, let's get out of desktop mode. And I'm going to actually go into VR with the headset. Hey, Growlith! It actually feels like the tracking feels better though. Could be. They may have also just improved it slightly. It's very good for webcam tracking, because I know from my own experience that webcam tracking in the past has been a bit because that's what I used to use. But now I use iPhone tracking, so it's very good for like not non-iPhone tracking. Save that. Let me find those photos I just took. I do need to change the lens toggle for a start. Don't need that. We'll turn you back on. And then I'm going to go back to the default one. Don't need to save that. There we go. Default one. Itchy. I burnt my wrist like 2 weeks ago and it's almost fully healed, but it's itchy. I've been doing so good not to itch yet. Come on, brain, behave. Did I give to me so the other day? I'll have to thank them when they're online next. Yes, yes. We were chosen by the subscriber roulette. Hi. Right. Okay, headset time. Let's fish you out. When the accent fades away, you're a busy boy, and I'm not too sure if I can fit in your schedule. Time to spread this cable across the room so I don't trip over it. Plug you in. Okay. Almost dropped my whole headset there. Love with the Fox Boy on the internet. Sounds with buzz. You made a sticker of me. I don't even know your name. Okay, let's get this up and running. Get the headset turned on. To be fair, while that turns on, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Because I've been working and drinking a lot. So I'll be right back. I'll be in VR when I get back. How about that? There we go. Hello. Hi, we're in VR. Hello. Wow. That took us a sec, but we're here now. Hi, Ziggy. Is it virtual blue? Heck. Oh, heck. I'm 3D again. But, like, more. Like, more 3D. 3D, but more 3D. Blah. Headsets. Okay. Right. Blah. Hi, everybody. Right. Let's go straight to the photo world with the better lighting. Immediately comes back from break and then yeets you guys into a loading screen, imagine. Right, this world I don't actually want in my favourites anymore. Photo studio, new instance, invite only. Join. Default Unity Grey. Tasty. Wow. There we go. Okay. Okay, now I'm actually here. Let's grab this. It's funny how you guys can't see this. There's like a thing that you can grab in this world that's like the light source. You can see how it's moving. So let's move that like that. You know what, let's take this with me. It's always useful to take this with me. Put you over there. That's a little low. The shadows of the buttons, that's interesting. I should pop on VRC later and do some avatar shopping. You want to go avatar shopping again? Again? When we haven't even done VR in a while. Okay. Let's move you over like there. Behavior, auto level pitch. There we go. Good. Okay. Avatars. Can't see the menu because you're in the way, chat. Avatars. Tests. SDK. Here we are. There we go. Ooh, move my own hair out of the way. Okay. Interesting. It's like a spot there that I hadn't seen before. Which is partly why we do VR tests. Because let's be real, when you're in VR, you're going to look at your own hands the most. It's like a spot there on the hand. I'm going to have to open up Substance again. If you've learned anything about me from my time in FF, it's that I require fashion. I mean, that's true, to be honest. I also know that from your time in Monster Hunter. Okay, but otherwise, there isn't one on this hand, which is interesting because the symmetry was like always on the body. Yeah. I wish I had full body tracking. Come on, get grabbed. God fucking damn it. Nope, it's not happening. I'm also like really up against the wall here, actually. I need to move. Let's see. Controls. Does this not work? Oh, yes it does. cool. Basically, anywhere besides real life, because I can't be asked to do fashion IRL. Yes, well, the thing is that fashion IRL requires real money, whereas a lot of fashion in video games doesn't. Although, admittedly, you have spent IRL money on fashion in video games, so I suppose that's not a good comparison, is it? Which hand gesture is it? There we go. Tongue. Why did I stick out my own tongue? Okay, let me do a little spin here. Okay. This seems fine. Let's move this camera a little bit. This is all fine around here. That should all be okay because it was all done symmetrically. Move down a little bit. Okay. And then feet. I do not have full body tracking, so that's the extent of what I can do for feet. But there's black beans under there. There's tail. We know how it be with tail. Yeah, that's how you get. You have to basically turn your head from side to side in order to get a tail wag when you don't have full body tracking. Okay, but otherwise, we seem to be alright. That's still okay. I didn't update it for that. Okay, so literally there's like a thing. There's like a thing on the hand for some reason. And I'm gonna open up Substance Painter and double check. Because it's basically 99% jeans and t-shirts, 3 slacks, 1 suit from 20 years ago that doesn't fit anymore. I suggest Style Staffy series on the DS/3DS. Oh, goodness. Right. Okay. Let me just check something. Where are we time-wise? 22, okay. I should probably take some photos now, rather than exiting, going to Substance, and then entering again. I have to mention when I type t-shirts it autocorrected to thoughts. Clearly, you evidently use that word too much. Okay, well, if we're all good with this... Right. Okay, so time to take photos in the void, because I like to take PNGs. Mask the world. There we go. So from your perspective, I'm in the void, but from my perspective, I'm taking a picture with a transparent background. Okay. Okay, let's just take... VRChat should like make a little tick box that you can tick to have your character's eyes like look at the camera. I would love that as an option. I want to do like a slightly 3/4 perspective, but I wish it was looking at the camera. Yeah, that'll have to do. Okay, we'll zoom out. Okay, no, it would be such a long tail for taking pictures. Okay, let me make sure that that's actually in frame. Get that long ass tail in frame. That'll probably do. That's enough for me to throw together a post. Okay, mask. World. Hello, we're back in the world. Right. Worlds. Let me try this real quick. The idea that I have thoughts in my closet is rather amusing to me. They'll come out when they're comfortable. Yeah, I can't rush them. They'll get scared. Although the camera is in the woods. Right, camera, come closer, if you will. Okay, horizontal offset. There we go. That will probably do. Just realised the blush was on. Nope, arm is not in the right position at all. Thanks, hand. What is it doing? Come on, behave. There we go. Right, we'll leave it there. Oh, weird. Weird, cool. Right, okay, that's VR done. So let me head on over. I'm just gonna go straight to here. Behold my desktop. Right, we will want Substance open again. Exit VR. Disable link. There we go. There you go. That was one of my quicker ones. Put you in there. Okay, let's have a look see. I don't have a DSP. If I see it on Steam or something, I'll have a go. There we go. There we go. You! Where are you from? I'm going to assume you're from the only bit of white on this entire thing. So that's the toes. I'm going to leave that on. You from left over from the belly? You is? Yes, you is. Gotcha. Bloop. And there we go. Easy fix. Little tiny dot. And there isn't one on the other hand for some reason, even though I could have sworn the symmetry had been on. But there we go. That's all that was needed. That's all that was needed. Save that. Export textures. Export. There we go. Company also has a new game for Switch coming out where you play as a dressmaker in a picturesque European town. That's probably not to your taste. Things being a Nintendo thing, chances are fairly slim. Yeah, that's also true. But there may be like similar alternatives by different developers, you know? Like this morning alone, I learned about 2 games that are look to be Animal Crossing like that are not Nintendo. Materials, Phoenix, show an explorer. And we're going to do a little copy to you and replace. Whoop! Hit the 2 key. There we go. It's gone. Right. Right, where is visor? One small change. Where did that go? This one I told you to go there. Right. Phoenix underscore visor Matt. And the reason I want to do this is to turn the material swap off because that's adding in unnecessary texture memory. Can you unlock, please? Thank you, Poyome. This thing here, decal 0, turn that off. Turn you off. And delete you. And remove animation. I put you in there, is it going to bork? No, you're fine. Okay. And then you go on there. And it looks like nothing has changed. That should help with performance on the back end. I believe that is everything. So I'm going to take all of these, export as a package. I should not need to include dependencies on this. Unix underscore no beast textures dot unity package. Save. Cool. There's a Unity package. How did those photos turn out? I blinked. Jesus Christ. This one's not too bad. I freaking blinked. That's actually really cute with the mouth slightly open there. That's also a nice one. Cool. I think I'm content with that. It's a little complicated. You send those pictures so that they can look at them closer in person. Okay. That, I think, is that. Right. The enjoyment of being on this screen when I don't have my VTuber. There we go, just drop them a message about that. Why do you? I want to say why, but I don't want to know the answer. Frankly, yeah, my instinct is to be like why, but actually, don't tell me. Ding, 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 ding. I confused the kanji for cow with the kanji for noon again. Oh my god, I haven't even begun to try to learn how to read. I'm learning the most basic of basic phrases. It didn't confuse the kanji for 10,000 for the kanji direction this time. Win? Sure. Yeah, I guess that is a win. Okay. That can get sent. Right. Yep. Cool, that's all good. Right, and perfectly timed, with 5 o'clock. So I will see you guys in about an hour and a half because we're doing collab with Lying Again tonight, so a little bit earlier than our usual time. So I hope to see you guys there for that. We're going to be playing more Vermintide. I'm probably going to continue to be. I wouldn't say bad. I was mediocre. I was mediocre at it, shall we say? Maybe I'll try a new character. I don't know. Playing the elf is very fun. So yeah. And yeah, I need to go and make dinner because I don't have a lot of time between then and now. So I will see you guys there. I feel sorry for Spook. I'm not going to get to see him at all today. Spook literally, I don't, you probably didn't hear him. Spook literally got home like 5 minutes ago, came home, used the bathroom, went downstairs in the kitchen to see what we needed, and has immediately gone to go get the groceries because I messaged him to be like, "Oh, I've got a stream collab at 6:30, so I'm not gonna have time to go do the groceries." And he was just like, "I'll do it." So he's gonna go do the groceries. He's gonna come back home, and I'll be cooking food, and then I'll be like, "Bye, I have stream," and then he'll probably be in bed by the time I finish stream. So I'm just straight up not gonna see him today. Ah, that makes me all sad. The things we do for work. Make sure I spend time with him tomorrow because I miss him. He is the best. There's no like ifs or buts in that. He is the best, and I love him. And you can all tell him that. You can all grass me up and say that Blue's gushing on stream that she loves you and is sad that she didn't get to see you today. You can tell him that. Right. Well, and that's that. I'm gonna go so I can do all of the things I just said. So I will see you later. If not, enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye.